Greetings, I'm Pillar Next to the Ancient Gladiator, and today we're just gonna work on some stitching today. I have my material, my thread, got my needle, got my scissors. Had these for a little while, I don't know if I need to replace them yet. And then, and my measuring tape, which I've had for a very long time, and it's gotten kind of warped. May have to replace this at some point, but hey, it's still holding up. And I like that it's got both inches and centimeters on the other side. Yeah. I've got a whole pipeline of stuff to get through at some point, and I'm starting with the brand new project I'm starting because this that was just something I wanted to do. There. Sorry for later. Alright, so what the hell am I making? It's very navy color. Something along the lines of like a school uniform. So I need to make the skirt and the shirt. Which begs the question, why the hell am I making it? There is an anime convention later this year, and even though I'm not in a good position to go right now, it's something I want to keep in mind as a what if. What if I have what I need to actually go later this year after all? I think it's going to be a matter of how my finances turn out over these next couple months. If not this year, I want to go next year. Last anime convention I went to was called Non-Desicon up in Denver. I think they moved locations since last time. So let's see here. I want to make a skirt part of it. It's already folded. Question is how long would it be. I'm going to have to cut this little frayed end off. And then fold it up. So it's going to take a little bit off the end that way. And it gives me 22 inches to work with. I'll also fold down and make something. It's going to be 20 inches long. So the question is, comparing it to my own measurements, it's just, 20 inches seems a bit on the short side. Oh, let me actually stand up and do this. Hold on. For where I'm going to need it to be. Actually, 20 inches reaches right past my, right to the knee. Okay, we'll make it work. So, yeah, last time I went to Non-Desicon, I brought 3 cosplays with me. Although, not having a wig is always kind of a pain in the butt. I haven't really worn wigs for anything. So I don't really mess with them too much. But first costume I wore there was my Sailor Jupiter costume. um, with the bust enhancers just so I could get that part of the look down. But that one I used my natural hair because I grew it out long. Actually, trying to cut this. Sorry, it's not coming through visibly. The only thing is not having the shoes. I kind of had to improvise, and it looked really, really weird. So if I go to a convention again, I'm going to have something that looks a little bit better to cover my regular shoes. My feet are big. I wear U.S. men's size 15 wide. So, sorry you can't see this. I'm trying to keep as much of this on screen as possible. It's freaking hard. So, if I nudge my camera, it's going to disconnect and it's going to cause problems. Sorry. Yeah. Whenever I need to replace the shoes that I have, it's a gigantic pain in the ass. And then the other costume I wore was Monica Magica, you know, her magical girl costume. That the only time we actually get to see it officially is either the episode 10 or episode 12. Or in the Rebellion movie. But I actually got custom shoes for that one. The only thing is I couldn't get them with heels because whoever was making them wasn't equipped for that. And obviously, my feet being that big, probably would have been hell to walk around in. But I like using those shoes for some other costumes I have, like doing my Gothic Lolita thing, my pink dress. And then, third cosplay I wore up there was Cardcaptor Sakura. I still had the wand and the book of cards at the time. The Clo. Or if you're growing up with a Nelvana dub, the Clow. Dear. Okay. And I don't know how visible it is. We can kind of see through just a little bit. Gonna have to add something underneath. I still have the Cardcaptor Sakura cosplay. If you've seen my costume collection. What I might do for that one is come up with a modification to like temporarily cover up the Monica shoes just to make them look closer to the Sakura shoes. And then maybe go find a new wand and a new Clo book and a Kiro plushie. And just leave my hair as it is so I can get the look a little bit better. So there's one. Actually, kind of start here. Yeah. Whole lot of skirt, but it's going to be like folded. It's going to be like pleated, such. So usually when I'm stitching, what I like to do is have something to watch. I promised I was going to do this, first steps on a video, just to kind of show how it's kind of done. Just cut these little bits off and then just fold them to the bottom. That way I'm not wasting too much material. I usually end up watching like anime. Usually on Crunchyroll or whatever is in my DVD Blu-ray collection. So I watched the first episode of My Dress Up Darling, and aside from the one kind of pervy moment, it was actually kind of nice, and I was happy that the series is free. However, upon checking in on it, because I was watching the English dub, I checked out on it yesterday and it's like, oh hey, it's back up to the English dub is back to premium completely. But for free, you can watch with subtitles. Well, I've got shit that I'm doing. I want to hear it in English, and I remember shit better in English anyway. So I have very few exceptions for subtitled stuff, and you will see my biggest exception when all the anime for my fourth big time purchase comes in. So what I ended up doing was, okay, I need something to listen to in English while I'm putting away my laundry yesterday. And it wound up being K-On! Good old K-On! It's kind of amazing that the series is where it is now. After how many years? Yeah, I love the English dub group they got for it. Although it's kind of funny because my catalyst for watching a lot of the English dubs that have this particular group or some members of it, at least, was the Hyperdimension Neptunia anime. And to a lesser extent, the Viz Sailor Moon redub. It's like, hey, I like these voices. They sound really cool. Let's find more stuff they're in. And that eventually led me to Monica Magica. And helped reignite my passion for watching anime. Once again, yeah, little bits off. Let's fold this up. It'll be the bottom. So yeah, I'm kind of been. It's like I still love YouTubers, but man, things are just kind of burning me out. I think the worst is just seeing Twitter or Reddit. It's like, okay, I need to spend less time looking at this drama bullshit and more time just enjoying things that I want to enjoy. That includes, YouTubers and all that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna. I have no interest in that the recent game of recent controversy only because I have no nostalgia for the books because I never grew up with them. You know, so I'm not gonna watch those streams or archives. However, I'm just mostly keeping to myself on everything else at this point. You know, if people want to play it, they're going to play it. If people want to watch others live stream it, they're going to watch. And if you don't want to watch, then don't watch. Of course, if I ever talk about the books I grew up with as a 12 going on 13, I got from my grandmother. Yeah, the Apprentice Adept series. Should I get into that? No. Yeah, let's not get into that because that's about as bad, if not worse. Alright. I've done a lot of material cutting and not a whole lot of actual stitching. Let's see what kind of progress I can make on it. Sometimes when it comes to these costumes, I sometimes hate being a guy. There's some shit that I just cannot ignore with regard to my body, and it's like, my costumes would fit a lot better if things were different. Yeah. Alright. So what I'm going to end up doing is taking the bottom and then folding it up twice and stitching it so that it seals off that end. And then up top is I'm just going to fold a little bit and then fold a little bit wider so I can get some elastic through. And that's how that but that's going to be after I kind of start pleating it. And then that will be the skirt. I'm getting to a point where I just have to take care of the rest of this off video, but I just want to show some stitching in action, just so you get an idea for how it looks, how I do things. I don't use a machine because last time I tried using a machine, it pissed me off to no end. Because I'm looking at the way it's actually stitching, and it's just, what? How is this supposed to hold? The way the sewing machines work, and the way I like to see things stitched together, it just does not make sense. It just doesn't. It looks like it's too easy to just, with enough force, pull it apart. And for me, if I'm going to stitch something, I want to have it, actually hold together. So like that. So I have this one stitching needle, but sometime back I bought a crap ton more simply because I lost this one, and I have freaking shag carpeting, So it's like, oh, come on. I gotta search for this thing after dropping it. Finding it was absolute hell. I was very lucky that I got it. But I made it a point to get some freaking replacements. Also, I made a point to get an actual freaking rug that's like low pile would be the term. Just so that if I have anything that drops to the floor, it will be immediately visible. I can deal with it immediately. And also for my computer chair, because my computer chair does not roll very well on shag carpeting. Alright, so you're going to see some stitching in action here. So hold it up again. Try to keep it even. Alright, and needle through one part, forward a little, back a little bit more. Down. And over. Up. And then we just start taking the rapid approach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And of course, to keep an eye on the thread to make sure it's not going to knot and cause problems later. I've had a thread, it's because of the way it spirals, it gets knotted sometimes, and having to fix that is sometimes a gigantic pain in the ass. So I'm going to take care of the rest of this off stream. Maybe watch another episode of K-On! So thank you very much for watching. Whenever this gets done, I will post pictures. As it will be another addition to the costume collection. One of the things I didn't feature on the costume collection last time was a kind of yellow and brown and kind of purplish ballet outfit, because that was a late edition. But I want to find more time to wear my costumes as well. It's hard when, because I like to drink my tea and my Mountain Dew, so I never know when I need to hit the restroom. So, and being in a costume, needing to hit the restroom is such a gigantic pain in the ass. I've had to deal with it once at a convention, and it was not fun at all. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will work on this, and I will see you another time. Bye.